we're going to go back and find out if there's an original event in her life that her body knows and her brain knows, but she may not be able to determine right off the bat. Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Lisa Gordon. I'm going to demonstrate some of the techniques that I do here in my office to help people heal well and feel well using only natural means. We're going to do a neuro emotional technique, and I haven't done this before on her, so this is in real time. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, Sibel, is the thing we're doing is we're finding out if she has any barriers to her success or barriers to her healing in a particular way that have to do with stress or emotions. The limbic system of the brain is what we are affecting. So, is there something that you would like to work on in your life that you're having trouble with right now?
Yeah, having an organized home.
Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is put your arm out. I'm going to use muscle testing to see if you are consistent with a statement or not. So if you'll bring it down just a little bit, say the words, "I'm okay having an organized home."
I'm okay having an organized home.
Push up with your arm. Okay, so there's something inconsistent with her about that statement. Let's say it a different way, just so we can see how important it is to get it right. Say, "I'm okay being organized."
I'm okay being organized.
Push up. That we don't have to work on. It doesn't make her weak. Say, "I'm okay having an organized home."
I'm okay having an organized home.
Push up. Okay, good. Now she's going to say that repeatedly while I touch certain points that have to do with various acupuncture meridians and therefore the associated emotions. So if you'll say that again for me, just go ahead and say, "I'm okay having an organized home."
I'm okay having an organized
Push
home.
up. And say it again.
I'm okay having an organized home.
Push up. Okay, great. So one of these points causes her to go strong with her arm. So what I need to do now is to find out which meridian it is. And all of these have to do with meridians. If anyone's familiar with acupuncture, you'll notice that these are the same points that your acupuncturist might use to determine something about the treatment you're going to get. So say again, "I'm okay having an organized home."
I'm okay having an organized home.
Push up. That doesn't change it. Say it again.
I'm okay having an organized home.
Push up. That does change it. So now I've got this chart over here that gives me the information that I need to figure out what emotion is coming up regarding having an organized home for this particular person. So let's check the concept of low self-esteem. Push up. Low self-esteem. So low self-esteem, can you put low self-esteem and having an organized home in a sentence that makes some sense to you?
Yes.
And what would that be?
If I had a more organized home, I think I would not suffer so much from low self-esteem.
Okay, so the concept that having an organized home might cause you to have less low self-esteem.
Yes.
And what's the hardest part of that for you, having low self-esteem regarding the organization of your home?
I can't invite people over.
Okay, so the concept that you can't invite people over because you have a disorganized home, and the concept that you have low self-esteem and you can't invite people over.
Yes.
So let's check the concept. We're going to go back and find out if there's an original event in her life that her body knows and her brain knows, but she may not be able to determine right off the bat. The marriage of those two things, low self-esteem and a messy house or a disorganized house, got together in her mind to formulate how she lives and how she feels about that. So let's check the concept of the original event where there was low self-esteem and not having an organized house. The concept of having low self-esteem in a disorganized house. Let's check the concept of your conception to your age 10, push up. Your conception to your age 5, push up. Age 5, age 6, age 7, age 8. Do you remember around age 8? Where were you? What were you doing? What was the home like?
No.
Don't really remember anything?
No. I mean, it was our house. We were renting. It was in a place that in Indiana, but we didn't leave Indiana till I was 10.
Anything about disorganization, and maybe did you feel any self-esteem that could have been better?
Well, we never did have people over.
Oh, you never did have anyone over. Okay, so the concept of not being able to have anyone over. Okay, do you remember what that felt like?
It felt like shame.
So there was shame involved with not being able to have anyone over. And are you feeling some of that these days with what we're discussing? Great. Okay, good. So now we're accessing the limbic system of her brain by going through this process. And the solution is very simple. She's going to put a finger right here, nice deep pressure, because that's what I found to be associated. And you're going to put this across your forehead. Now you're going to take a few deep breaths. And the reason she's putting her hand across her forehead is because there are emotional stress release points, which have been found by Dr. George Goodhart, the founder of Applied Kinesiology, muscle testing Applied Kinesiology, has found these points here are associated with the emotions. And Dr. Scott Walker, who put it together in this form as Neuro Emotional Technique, has found that if we put together the appropriate point on the wrist and this, it's much more effective. So we're going to look for a positive, a stronger muscle in the end when she says that same statement. We've got a couple more steps to go. Take a couple more deep breaths. And when you're ready, you can take your hand down. Good. All right, now you're going to put your arm out, push up. Turn your head to the left. We're going to check to see if there are any other emotions associated with this feeling. Push up. And there are not. Come center. And now she's going to put her fingers like this in the inner corners of her eyes. And I'm going to touch that point, push up. And that's fine. And then we're going to do a recheck. If she had had something go weak, I might have gone over to those homeopathic remedies to support this process as she goes forward. So say the same statement that you said in the beginning. I'm okay having an organized home.
I'm okay having an organized home.
Push up. And that's nice and strong now. And we're done. So now she can go into her home and it'll feel different. She may have the ability to tidy up a little bit more easily. She might have the ability to invite people over even so. Whatever it is, something will probably have shifted in Sibel's awareness of having an organized home. And what we're doing is we're disconnecting from that trigger that was Sibel at age 8 in Indiana when they couldn't have anyone over for whatever reason. So you can sort of see that there's some association that she made that really isn't current, but that she's bringing into the present day without even knowing it. So that's what's called a mind entry treatment for neuroemotional technique. Okay, and let's see if that changed it. And that changed it. There you go. So that's the very simplest way to use it. There are some other ways to use it. And does it feel different, Sibel?
Yes, it feels different. It feels... Every time I think I'm used to all your amazing stuff, surprise me with something else.
If you'd like to know more about how triggers in your life might be affecting your goals or your pain or your health in general, please feel free to reach out by text or phone. I'd love to have a complimentary phone conversation with you if you would like. And I look forward to helping anybody who would like to have my help.